All right, let's dive into a story that's all about family, destiny, and you're not going to believe this. One of the most consequential trades in history. We're talking about a legacy, a whole future, traded for a bowl of stew. Seriously. So before we even get into the weeds, I want to start with a big question that kind of hangs over this whole story. How much is a birthright really worth? I mean, is it this sacred, untouchable thing? Or can you just sell it, put a price tag on it? Keep that in the back of your mind, because it's going to be key to understanding everything that happens next. Okay, so where does this all start? It actually begins at the end of an era with the patriarch Abraham. And listen, he's not just thinking about his own life winding down. No, he is meticulously planning for the future of his entire family line. And the decisions he makes right here, well, they're going to set the stage for generations of conflict to come. Now, here's something a lot of people kind of forget or just gloss over. After Sarah died, Abraham actually got married again to a woman named Keturah. And they had a big family. A whole bunch of sons who would go on to establish their own family lines, their own nations, really. But, and this is a huge but, this is where Abraham draws a massive line in the sand. He gives everything, all his possessions, his legacy, to Isaac. His other sons? They got some gifts, sure, but then they were sent away, to the east. This one move makes it crystal clear. Isaac is the one, the sole heir to the whole shebang. So, after living a long, full life, Abraham dies at the incredible age of 175. And in a really interesting moment, his sons, Isaac and Ishmael, come together to bury him. It's this one last brief moment of family unity, before that whole legacy with all its built-in conflict gets passed down to the next generation. All right, so the torch has been passed to Isaac. A new chapter starts, but man, this chapter kicks off with a struggle so intense it literally begins in the womb. And it's all guided by this wild prophecy that's going to shape the destiny of not one, but two entire nations. And it's almost like history is repeating itself. Just like his own mom, Sarah, Isaac's wife, Rebecca, couldn't have children. So what does Isaac do? He prays, hoping for some divine intervention to keep the family line going. Well, his prayer gets answered, but this pregnancy is chaotic, to say the least. It's not peaceful at all. The babies are jostling and fighting so much inside her that Rebecca is completely distressed. She actually goes to God and asks, "What is going on? Why is this happening to me?" And the answer she gets back is, whoa. It's mind-blowing. It's a prophecy that basically lays out the entire blueprint for the conflict to come. She's told you're not just carrying two kids in there, you're carrying two nations. And then comes the real kicker, a total flip of tradition. The older brother is going to serve the younger one. And sure enough, that prophecy starts playing out from the second these twins are born, and they are night and day. Esau comes out first. He's this rugged, outdoorsy hunter, a real man's man. He's his dad's favorite. Then there's Jacob, the second-born. He's more of a homebody, quiet, prefers staying in the tents, and he's his mom's favorite. You can already see it, right? The battle lines in this family are drawn from day one. So all of this, the rivalry, the prophecy, the parents playing favorites, it's all been simmering under the surface. And now we get to the moment where it all boils over. It all comes down to a single fateful deal. Okay, picture this. The stage is perfectly set. Esau, the hunter, drags himself in from the fields. He's completely wiped out, he's starving, and he sees his brother Jacob cooking up this red stew. And in that one moment, all he can think about is his rumbling stomach. Nothing else matters. And Jacob, man, Jacob is always thinking, always strategizing. He sees his brother's desperation and immediately sees an opportunity. He doesn't just hand him a bowl of stew. Nope. He uses this moment of weakness as leverage, a chance to grab a permanent massive advantage. The offer he makes is just cold and calculated. I'll give you some stew if you sell me your birthright. Esau's response tells you everything you need to know about his mindset. He's like, look, I'm about to die here. What good is a birthright to me? He's so focused on his immediate physical need that the long-term, abstract idea of an inheritance, it just means nothing to him in that moment. It's a fatal lack of perspective. And listen, don't think for a second this was some casual, off-the-cuff promise. Oh no. Jacob makes sure this is a formal, binding contract. He makes Esau swear an oath to seal the deal. So you have the offer, the oath, and then the exchange. Esau eats his stew, drinks, gets up, and just walks away. The deal is done. It's official. And here's the final judgment, right from the text itself, and it's absolutely brutal. The story doesn't just put the blame on Jacob for being cunning or on Esau for being hungry. The final word is that Esau himself despised his birthright. He held his own legacy in such low regard, with so much contempt, that he was willing to trade it all away for one meal. So where does that leave us? With a huge question, right? Was Esau's fate sealed in that one impulsive moment? Or were he and Jacob and everyone else just actors playing their parts in a story that was written long before they were even born? It really makes you wonder how much of our lives are our own choices and how much is just a script we don't even know we're following.